Alright guys, so it's time for another commentary track, another Patreon exclusive perk. So, we're going to do Super Smash TV. Lots of effects here. Lots of different things. This was a really tough episode for me. I wouldn't have done this episode if I realized how much work I had to put into it. Because there's a lot of green screen. I was just like, oh god.
Yeah, it's very ambitious, I gotta say.
It was pretty ambitious for me. So here we go.
Alright, let's hit it.
I'm Nintendo Eyes. And I'm Sega Eyes.
So we just, I don't know why we did the eyes thing.
You always like, we save it for last. I'm Nintendo and I'm Sega.
Yeah.
And Dan's like, can we come up with something, you know, what do you want to do? That's what he always said to me. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
I'm Nintendo Eyes?
And I was like,
Is that
alright.
acceptable?
So I thought it was okay.
He kind of didn't seem like you were for it, though. You're kind of like, So, you know, that one just made the cut.
Yeah, we just try to keep it. Sometimes we just say I'm Nintendo, I'm Sega, but sometimes we like to be a little goofy with it. That was a goofy moment.
Are you almost done setting
So
it
for
up?
this episode,
Just
it's
about.
very inspired by
One more
this
twist
effect right here,
here.
this TV effect. I am so proud of that.
That didn't happen, right?
That did not happen on his TV. I had to do that in post, and I originally wasn't going to do anything. I was supposed to say a line there. I was supposed to say, and there, it's done, but I didn't say it for some stupid reason,
Put something
so I had to do
on.
this effect.
Alright.
By the way, it's
Ready for
Outlaw
some
TV.
illegal
That's the
shows?
whole
Hold on
program
to
that I
your
came up with.
butts.
So you made that picture, and
I made that picture, yeah. And
is that you?
oh, that's me. It's my acting moment.
I never noticed your sideburns until you wore glasses. You know? Strange.
So this is just a weird idea I always had. Like every time I cook, I just always have this idea like my house is gonna blow up. Just the clicker thing. You guys don't think your house is gonna blow up every time? And I'm really proud of that effect. I had to really work to make sure that explosion was behind those bushes. Actually, I have two pictures
Oh wow, yeah.
where I photoshopped out the house,
Whoa!
and then I just kept the shrubs and
The
everything.
skills
You
just.
can watch that all day.
Yeah, I'm really
This
getting
is
better at my
amazing.
photoshopping and everything.
Let's try another channel.
Why am I holding my hand like that?
don't know.
I did that on purpose. I don't know why.
Okay, so this was originally supposed
Oh,
to
this
be.
must be a food.
That was a green screen effect. It looks so fake. Look at it.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
And this was originally supposed to be eat your own pet, which was a lot darker.
Yeah.
And some people thought it was hilarious. Some people thought it was dark. And I ultimately decided to do the hair thing, which was still gross. This is a nasty wig that I had to put in my mouth.
Oh, gross.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, that's exactly the right reaction to this. And then Greg.
Dan brought a box of props.
Yeah.
We just put them on and just kind of
A little bit of asparagus.
came up with random things. There's this video online about this guy testing Baskin Robbins ice cream.
My final answer.
So I kind of like telling Dan, like, you know, I'm gonna taste the beer. Dan came up with is it beer or pee?
Yeah, beer or pee. Originally it was going to be chocolate or poo. And I thought that was too much, so then I changed it to beer or
It's
pee.
the same thing.
The same thing.
And that Greg's response there was actually not
Okay.
the way
I think
he was.
I'm
He was
done.
actually he was legitimately asking.
Yeah,
me
that's why I'm
questions.
kinda like,
he's like Bud Light. Is it Bud Light? He was literally asking me, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna use that take.
Smash
Make it
TV.
be funny.
That's a video.
That controller case.
Yeah, the case for the
Yeah.
controller was a gift from Mr. Gray's Gaming.
Fellow
Fellow Dan.
Dan.
Yeah, he bought me. He gave that to us, and he asked me like, "What phone do you have?" I'm like, "Oh, Greg and I both have iPhone 6s. I had a 5, so I recently got an iPhone 6, and it's like the first time I'm able to use the case. So thanks again, Dan.
Yeah, it's alright, but the Super Nintendo version
And
was
this
definitely
episode
better.
is heavily influenced by Rick and Morty.
That's it.
You know, the
Are we
alternate
doing this?
universe
Oh, we're
shows
doing
and
Yeah.
everything. So
Let's compare
I had a lot of
Super
people
Smash
pick that up
TV
on the
for Super
comments.
Nintendo. And Super Smash TV
I had a
for
bunch
Sega
of stupid
Genesis.
ideas. I really wanted to go weird and dark with it.
He wants to come up with a bunch of like shows.
Yeah.
So.
And there was other ideas that I didn't do. There was one. It was called extreme gender reveals, where a guy's stomach explodes and then a blue balloon comes out that says it's a boy, and it's like extreme gender reveals. Dun, dun, dun. I was like, wow, that's really intense. There's one. Oh, it's in the outtakes. Never mind. You guys just watch the outtakes video. That'll be good.
Yeah, we kind of, like I said, he brought a box of props. We kind of just
Yeah.
put some outfits on and ad lib.
I was like, Greg, you can come up with something funny, right? He's like,
What am I, an actor on a YouTube show?
you're always talking how you're like, just do it like Vince Vaughn, just make improv. So, but we came up with enough good stuff.
But I would come up with ideas, and Dan would be like, but I need it to be weird.
Even the levels look.
Yeah, he had this one idea about an opera singer. What was that one?
Opera singing on a volcano. I just felt like the effects would be practical enough that we can accomplish it. It's a guy singing opera on a volcano and then catching fire. Ooh,
There are
and
some places where the escape
Yeah, I still don't see it.
I thought it was funny.
The level starts on Sega.
You'll notice the Smash TV logo flashing from screen to screen.
And then
lights flashing
Super
as well.
Smash TV is a game I never
Nintendo,
played
all of that
until
is
we did
gone.
this
Yeah, I
video.
never played it either. I
This
saw all the
one's playing Sega.
requests
You
for
see
it
all
though.
these fuzzy TVs.
The only reason I picked this video for the next video is because I
No fuzz.
was talking to Jeff Wittenhagen. He's an author. He's written a bunch of
definitely look better than the
Super
games.
Nintendo and
I
just
mean,
old
those
school
are
books.
definitely big.
I think there's these cool guys in one of his books.
Oh yeah. These
Is
cool
it me?
guys. Is it me too?
Check out his
What
book.
is it?
Anyway,
Yeah?
he was
Well,
for his
my game
podcast. He's like,
shows
"Oh, we're gonna do
nips.
Super Smash
It
TV."
does.
I was wondering if you wanted to be on it.
Sega
I was like, I haven't played that game, but I guess I
has
could do it for next
Well,
month, and then
yeah,
I'll join you guys on the
But still
podcast.
nips.
He's like, "Great, all right, we'll do that."
No nips on
Then I
Sony.
messaged him, "All right, I'm ready to do it." He's like, "Oh, we already did it." I was like, "Gee, good job, did this for nothing." So Jeff, bonus is on you.
But at least we got a good episode. Oh, here he is.
It's a green screen. You'll notice that pastrami actually
Yeah, it
appears out
comes
of
from
thin
behind
air.
the door.
Comes out of thin air.
no.
It's pretty good.
Definitely not us.
Yeah, I had to shoot this in my basement in front of my green screen. You look, I like the Bud Light Lime. It's just
Yeah, I
like
saw
stock
that.
Bud Light Lime.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
tips on how to
ridiculous.
cook them.
Yeah, my
Try to
sideburns
use
are
them the
pretty long.
Good tip.
Oh, my mistake. I guess I'll go then.
You always hold his hand up.
I know, I'm not a good puppeteer. You're always like,
See, if
move
I
the
was with
legs.
you.
Yeah, if you were there, you would have been like,
Well,
"Damn, move the
regardless
arm."
of those minor details, my game definitely looks better.
I had a
Let's
tough
start
time
with the obvious.
shooting that in my basement
Color.
too. I was
Side by side,
got a little
you'll notice the
frustrated
Super
that
Nintendo
day.
game is darker.
because it was like the last thing I
helps the
shot,
characters
and I was
pop
just like
out.
so tired. I was like,
This gives
"Argh!"
that game more of a
Stupid
gritty
pastrami
look.
voice.
Would have been
Hey,
less
you wanna
tired if
talk
you
minor details?
relaxed your
Yeah,
arm.
there you go.
Let's check out the
I
host
got
of
that.
Babes again.
Take it easy
See
over
how the
there.
babes blink and the suit sparkles on Super Nintendo?
Babes.
On Sega? Nothing.
Those
Talk
faces
other
though.
See how the floor in this
Pretty
Super Nintendo
intense.
level is damaged? Gives the game more of a lived-in feel. And on Sega, it's just clean. No damage, details, or nothing. And let's look
Oh,
at
you like the
mines.
Sega look?
On Super
Looks
Nintendo?
okay.
Yeah, but look at the mines. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
you're stepping on
What
them.
are those eggs?
Yeah, you're like, why do
Walking on
I
eggshells.
keep exploding when I step on these squares? Those are mines. That's a mine.
You stepped on a mine. Don't those gray things look like mines to you?
No. They look like
Are you
eggs.
dead?
Bosses, too. See how this one boss on Super Nintendo freaks out
This
every
guy's
time
called
you attack him?
Scarface.
And on
I don't
Sega,
see it.
Yeah.
He's just
Maybe, green guy,
Green face.
the giant head,
Nintendo.
Scarface.
That's Mr. Clean on
Better
steroids.
use of color, more
Combined
details,
with Professor
better
X.
looking levels and characters.
That's me and you, Toy
These
Man.
graphics go to Super
Look at
Nintendo.
that.
His underwear.
Mhm.
With his arms off, that's kinda...
Pretty brutal. That's pretty graphic for a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of
Bones are
blood.
sticking out.
There's only not blood during the boss fights when they die. There's blood in the Sega game when they die, but there's not blood in the Super Nintendo. But there's blood when you kill everybody else. So this is pretty graphic. This was released, I think, in '91. I'm gonna get some corrections in the comments about that if I'm wrong there. This was an
The
earlier
outdoor
release,
gameplay
that's for
is
sure.
Similar too. You have your score with ammo below. Then you have your number of lives. Nice and simple. And when you get a prize, it comes with a message
Brand new
and a
toaster.
picture. And every room
It's
you
a cool
enter has
prize.
title, like you're in a movie.
Yeah, like the prizes,
And
the
of course you should
toaster,
post
the
the
VCRs. It's so.
Wait, do you even own a toaster?
I do not
He
own
doesn't own a toaster.
I have a
so-
toaster oven. Who needs a toaster when you have the oven?
Who doesn't have a toaster?
The toaster oven does everything a toaster can, plus more. I can fit more in there. Can you put a hot pocket in your toaster?
This happens in the intro.
No,
Yes.
but the toaster oven you
and in the
can.
end,
You can put a hot
which
pocket.
also comes with a baby.
You could.
You could, but it's not
That's how you
recommended.
do it.
It's not
Don't do that,
recommended.
guys.
Nobody cares about flash.
But you can jam it in there.
Let's talk
I
about
mean,
details.
can you jam it in there if it's frozen? I don't think so. You'd have to microwave it first.
You see what
So,
looks like people
yeah, just buy a
working on
toaster oven. You don't need a toaster.
Not much, but it reminds you
Nin
that you're
toaster.
on a TV show. And on Super Nintendo, you don't see that. Only in certain rooms, but never between.
Yeah, I was really going into the
It's nice
details
stuff like
here.
that that gives
Yeah,
my
they're
game
really similar games, so you
Yeah.
kind of gotta.
So the more similar the game, the more I go into the
Yeah,
details.
you gotta go
And some
deeper.
people, yeah, some people are like, you don't need to go into all that detail. Well, there's not much different if I
You gotta-
don't.
You kind of have to.
Your game.
Yeah,
You don't even have the
So I'll
Smash
just nitpick.
TV logo.
over
So,
similar games.
My top
There's
score
gotta
was
be one
more
winner,
than yours
so.
with flashing
Yeah.
text. Yours is so boring.
It may
So
look boring,
boring.
but at least I have the developers listed.
I still say flashing text is better.
And I say TV execs between the
You're
levels.
kind of
Does
nitpicking.
this mean
Yeah, who really cares about like if text is flashing? Nobody really cares about that stuff.
But like nobody probably really notices. So
Presentation.
yeah, sometimes it's kind of cool to see that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, nips, no nips.
Yeah, that did freak me out. You need the nips.
That's important.
Nintendo.
Very
Learn
important.
your lesson.
We have some similar songs, but my quality.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, all the songs weren't the same. Only like the main theme and like the the credits. Not the credits. Oh my god, the score music. Those are the only two songs the same. So the levels, the music and the levels was completely different for both games. Kind of bummed about that.
Yeah, the face.
The face only a mother could love, but the body, but my body.
You can't deny that quality.
You can't deny that quality.
Besides,
Okay,
my
see,
other
there's a
tunes
Death from
are
Above
definitely better.
record blocking the
We'll see
arcade.
about that.
There is Super Smash TV behind that, but I always forget to
We
remove
always
it.
forget.
Because in the intro, I can't have the game playing because we don't know.
We don't know
the
what
game
it is in
Yeah.
the show, you know.
And then like I'm always supposed to take it down before I get to the graphics section. I always forget.
Never do it.
But by I think halfway through this sound section, I do remember. Or Greg mentioned, Dan, you didn't?
And my music's
damn it!
faster.
Because it kind of bugs me, because like I put the game on, I do a little bit of work.
It's
you
not
know?
easy to put the game on always. Doesn't play well on the arcade though, because the dual stick controls, just
Yeah, it's not set up
Like
to
mine.
play
It's not
Smash TV
Yeah,
on
I
there. I
don't
tried
think-
setting it up, I made it
This
worse.
music talk
So,
goes nowhere. Let's talk about the real difference. Sound effects.
sound effects.
sound effects.
They
So
are important.
I didn't hear the line "I'd buy that for $1" in the Sega Genesis game. If anybody's heard that, I just didn't hear
Write
it.
us a letter. 'Cause
Yeah, I didn't hear it at all. I heard it in the Super Nintendo game a bunch of times. I did not hear it once in the Sega Genesis game. And a lot of people commented when they saw the hint for this video. They're like, "I'd buy that for $1." I'm like, "Why is everybody quoting RoboCop?" Oh, it says it in the game too. I didn't realize that, but not in the Sega Genesis game. So at least as far as I can tell, that
My
line
game
is
also
not
has
said
more sound
in the
effects.
Sega Genesis game.
In the Super Nintendo game, you hear the player say more things when he gets items.
Yeah, I feel like the voice effect a little more clear on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
A little more
I know a lot of people are like, "Well, you're just not doing it right on yours." Well, I don't. How much more effort
Yeah.
do I need to put in to get?
We're just plugging it in.
Yeah.
What do you want from us?
I'm using a Model 1. Everybody
Also hear the
got
crowd.
mad when
Yeah,
I was
you
using
got
a
the Model
Model
Like when
2.
you die.
I have it hooked up through the headphone jack, so it's
It's in
stereo. Yeah. Otherwise,
When you
you
die
can't
in
do that.
Sega
So
game, you
speaking
don't
of which, 32X, I can't get stereo sound. So I don't know what we're gonna do when we review Doom.
Also, during the total score, you hear
No
the crowd
nips.
No
say
nips.
Super Nintendo.
You need the nips.
You gotta have nipples.
Where do the abs begin and where do they end? I don't know. I can tell that. Yeah.
Good old American nips.
There's just no denying that Super Nintendo sound.
With better instrumentation, more memorable melody, better quality voice.
For some, like, see that?
Yeah, the green is like a.
It's a half circle. For some reason, when I recorded it, it didn't come. It's supposed to be a full
Yeah, it's a
circle.
full circle when you play it.
But I don't know what happened. I used an Elgato and it just didn't record it. See, it's fine for the
It
Sega.
does weird things, like sometimes in some
Looks
games
like
when you
our
get hit,
gameplay
like it
is
disappears.
very-
Yeah,
The nature of the capture device.
yeah.
You're in the futuristic 1999
does some weird
game
stuff.
show.
The Elgato
You move
does,
from room to
that I
room and
have.
take on hordes of enemies. You're constantly moving and killing people because one hit and you
I really
die.
want one.
There are various
The Elgato?
weapons,
Yeah.
power-ups,
It's
and
really
prizes you
good.
can collect too. And each level ends with a massive boss
It's not
fight.
bad.
The game is only 3
not too
levels,
expensive either.
but the number of rooms and enemies makes it last
It's a lot of snakes.
And this game can be played with
Why'd it
one
have to be
or 2 players.
snakes?
But that's where the similarity.
So all the two-player footage I had to do by myself, so it was really hard to get
The
to.
original arcade game
two
was
people
played
to move.
with
But
dual
for the
sticks.
live stream, we
Since
did
both
the
controllers only have one D-pad,
we did
this
the
makes the
the
transition
two
to consoles a
joystick
bit
thing
tricky.
where Dan would
Luckily,
control the moving and I would
Super
control the
Nintendo
shooting.
has 4
And we got really far with that.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
In this episode, I mentioned I say something like, "If you want to destroy a friendship,
Yeah.
we've never been closer. If you want to
Friendship
bond,
is solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. We got really far when we did that, and it's
It was actually really fun. I think it was actually a benefit of the Sega version.
Yeah,
So
it's actually not too bad.
try that out.
It's easy because like all I gotta focus on one thing, and then you
Yeah,
have to focus.
yeah.
on
I just gotta
the other.
shoot the guys.
Yeah,
You move
and
me
I just,
wherever
I just
you
make sure I
go.
don't get hit,
Want to shoot
and
in the opposite
it's
direction.
cool because
And
you're
one
on the same
wide
team, so
movement.
it's a really cool
This control
co-op
scheme
experience.
is nowhere near
It's
as
not how
good
it's
as
meant to be
Super
played,
Nintendo.
but
I definitely recommend
What's
it.
wrong
Yeah.
with my controls?
It's more fun than playing a two-player normal because that's
In this
just
game,
awful. You
Yeah.
gotta use
constantly running
the
away
other
from
controls,
enemies to avoid
and
getting hit.
you just
The Super
use
Nintendo
the walk
game lets
on,
you run
'cause
away, and it makes it easy to
shooting in the
aim while
direction
doing
you're
so.
running and shooting in the opposite
Aiming on
direction. That's
Sega is rough.
That's a rough one, let me tell you.
Yeah, we had a lot of
Or
comments
opposite. That's only two
mentioning the
directions out of 8.
Nintendo NES
A game
version.
where enemies are
Yeah.
So I tried it out. I'm like, wow, this must be the legit version, but
if enemies get
Yeah,
Yeah, I was even talking to people
This is the
at the
lockdown
con,
for
and
the
they
Genesis game.
video game con, and they were
You
telling me,
need to
yeah, the
position
Nintendo
yourself
version is
far enough
definitely
away
like
from
the
enemies.
best one. I'm like, really?
yeah,
Okay,
Um,
granted, that's no
I guess I gotta play it more. I only played
But
it for about 5
you're
minutes.
completely
Just
ignoring the
to,
fact that I can play.
I thought I was gonna be
Dual-stick
wowed. I was
controls.
kind of like, oh, it's just like the Sega version.
Because
I
it
thought.
has to be played dual controllers.
Two
That's
controllers.
the one thing. You
Odd control scheme
have
is
to use
easily
two different
fixed
controllers,
with
but I guess the
single
NES
controller.
controller is a lot more
Now I have
comfortable to
one
hold in
D-pad for running,
a hand
one
than the Genesis controller.
just as effective as the Super
But I
Nintendo.
just feel like the Super Nintendo is
No
really
problems
tight.
here.
Look at that.
But you need two
Yeah,
controllers.
that's not. We tried that way
to do the
too.
job of one controller.
That way,
I thought you liked
not
two
good.
controllers.
It's okay.
Two controllers in one hand.
Those
It's
controllers
definitely,
were made
it's.
for
I'd
one
say it's
hand.
better than the
The
actual
Sega
controllers
controller
of like
is
just using
bulky
one
and
controller in Sega.
uncomfortable.
I would use two
What's
controllers over the one
uncomfortable
controller
about this?
Sega controls.
Even if you're cool,
It definitely got a
it's
lot
still
further
flawed. I'm
when I
talking
used the
about
two
two
controller
players.
method.
If you play two
But it's-
players
yeah.
on Sega,
Compared to
you
having two
have
controllers as opposed to
You need to
one,
use
you
those
definitely
four
just want the
controls.
one.
I don't
That's
even
the
think a
given.
multi-tap can help you. Since
Yeah,
it's not
Super
listed
Nintendo got
in
lucky
the
with that.
So
Yeah,
much you
or
want
like-
to be more unique, where I run and you
I'm just
shoot.
surprised the 6-button controller they didn't try to figure
Yeah,
something out.
I don't know,
But
maybe
he did mention it came out
It came out
earlier.
early, so maybe it
My
just
gameplay
yeah, they didn't have the
still
6
better.
button
Yeah,
back then.
The Super
Didn't
Nintendo
think about
game
that.
has secret rooms.
No.
The Genesis game
What
doesn't.
could have been?
The Super
Yeah,
Nintendo
yeah,
has
it easily
the
could have done it
terminal.
on the 6-button
The
controller.
Sega game doesn't. The
And then of
Super
course the babes
Nintendo
look
lets
better
you
in
control
Sega, so they might have given it the
They
edge.
might have won.
It might have
I
won.
still got you beat. The Genesis game has the player start at 7
Past tense,
lives.
whatevs.
Super Nintendo
Well,
game
yeah,
has
the
to start
numbers.
at 5.
Also, the numbers
Number
in the
of
Sega
lives.
game are really
Let's talk
tiny.
about
Like the
continues.
text will be big,
The
and a
Super
really
Nintendo
tiny
game
one or
starts you off
two.
with 4 continues.
I don't know
Yeah,
why
I
that
remember
happens.
that.
Hey, look
Yeah.
at credit one.
Why-
So tiny. I
And
don't.
if that's
Why couldn't
not
they
enough,
fix
let's talk
that?
about the cheat
Can you
code.
do anything about that? All right.
Yes, shipping.
I'm
Very
done.
Wow.
The Sega game has none. The Super Nintendo also has loads of Game Genie codes.
I definitely
Sega
had to
game
use
has
a lot of
no
cheats to get the ending. This game
It's
is
a hard
I,
My gameplay
I
is better.
started playing it to
With a
practice
better
for the
control
stream, and I'm like,
scheme on one
geez,
controller,
like I
more
cannot beat the
secrets,
first
unlockables,
boss
and
by
cheats.
myself.
Best gameplay.
well, we got to the
Super
second
Nintendo.
boss in the Sega game when we got the furthest when we teamed up in
Yeah,
the Sega game. That was pretty funny.
with single
Even
player
though
with
both games are
two
very
controllers.
Yeah.
similar, one is better.
That was good.
That game is Super Smash TV for Super Nintendo.
It has better graphics with better use of color.
It's the best
and more
game,
details.
but the Sega
Presentation
game,
of both games is about
if you
the
got
same.
2 people,
Super Nintendo has better.
Yeah.
I think you might have a.
better
I think you'll
quality,
have a
You're gonna have
pretty
a
good
fun time.
Yeah.
So
and more
definitely.
sound effects.
definitely check them
It also
both
has
out.
better gameplay with better controls, secrets,
Wait, what is it?
unlockables,
Run?
and more cheats.
Run and gun,
I'm the runner.
and I'm the gunner.
But the
Together,
main flaw in
run
the
and
Sega
gun.
Genesis game is
That
the
was good.
controls. Not being
If you
able to
watched the
have
stream,
dual-stick
we did that a
controls on
lot.
one controller
If you
is a
didn't,
lot harder.
probably really
It's
confused
just
right now.
more-
Watch the
it's not as
stream.
fine-tuned as it
Look
could
at
It'll
those-
make sense.
Look at
Best
those
Super
babes.
Smash TV goes to Super Nintendo.
Smash TV. All right, good job. I think the special effects took another step up.
Yeah. I mean, we're not done. We still got the
Man, I really
the
thought
Super
about
Smash TV
All
show.
right, let's sit back and relax.
I know what'll cheer you up.
This was a
Let's
weird
watch
one to
some
do.
actual
I didn't
Smash
know.
TV.
I knew I wanted to do something with a
Totally forgot
TV,
about
and I was just like,
I'll
I
put
guess
it
I
on.
could just come up with this idea where they break the TVs with their butts. I bought an eye patch. I have an eye patch
I
now.
was wondering, like,
No, that
I don't
was
remember
that
seeing
was
that.
$7.
$7.
I went to the Walgreens so I asked to buy this eye patch.
So that's like a real iPad.
and I'm, yeah, it is. It's legit.
What was with the speedboat?
I don't know. I just felt like doing this stupid bit. I was sweating so much under my leather jacket, dude. It was so hot in my basement.
Working
Uh,
himself up and
I just don't want to wear my jacket anymore.
bending over.
Dried up sweat.
Yes, here we go.
And then luckily, this TV, the house I moved into, had it there. So this is an old TV.
Isn't it great when a house comes with a TV that you can fucking smash with your butt?
And a little, here's a little insight. I actually have like a, a little padding on my butt 'cause it hurts.
We'll be back with more Smash TV, the only show people
Oh, my hiney!
It hurt my butt, so my butt looks a little rounder because I put some padding in.
Not at all.
So there you go. That's some
If you're gonna be
commentary.
smashing TVs with your butt, pad up.
It hurt. It was like, ooh, that went right to the bone. I better put some. So I put some t-shirts in my pants.
With that flag.
Okay.
Oh my god.
1,
2.
3.
That was Greg kind of making.
Yeah, I
stuff
just
on the
gotta-
spot.
Latest video.
And here's scenes that didn't make the
Yeah,
episode.
the doctor.
That's all in the deleted scenes, so
What was the
definitely check
doctor?
that out. It was like a doctor who could only operate with the C-3PO mask on.
We got really weird. We got really
It was
weird.
Rick and Morty inspired, so
Yeah.
absolutely just went weird with it.
Sounds good. I'm in.
It got really weird. It got really weird.
Here you go. It doesn't count! Yeah, it's just Greg making stuff up, and I'm like, what?
I was talking about the South Park episode where Randy and
Jerry?
Jerry, Kyle's dad,
Is that-
were in the hot tub.
Yeah. That's a good one. It's funny. I don't know if anybody picked up on that at the end, because it was...
I forgot about it. When I watched the episode, I texted Dan. I'm like, what am I talking about? 'Cause I have no idea. But, yeah, that's that.
What's that? Alright.
Good job.
Thanks for watching Commentary Track. I think you learned something. So if you're going to smash TVs with your butt,
Pad up.
pad up.